One thing I can say is Jaguar Wright, very entertaining, and right now she is making a lot of money. I mean, some of the recent stuff with the cease and desist that's happening, it's probably about to be a wrap, but she's very entertaining, I must say. She did an interview that's going viral. She's been going viral actually this last year a lot. But in this particular interview, she brings forth another theory, a new theory. In this particular theory, she introduces the reason behind JayZ picking Kendrick Lamar over Lil Wayne. Now, we already talked about this on this page. I think it was a great business move, but she starts off by saying,
now everybody knows in the backdrop, Sean Carter, that you promised the South that the next time the Super Bowl came through, it would be a Louisiana affair. And then when Diddy goes and gets into trouble and you need to convince the white people you're still in control, you bring Kendrick Lamar.
I looked online. I couldn't find anywhere where JayZ made any type of statement where he promised down south he was going to let the hometown artist perform whenever he went down there. Look, the hometown artist at the Super Bowl has only performed like twice. The main one was like when we saw all the artists due to Eminem and Dr. Dre. We saw all the LA artists and the Super Bowl was in LA. It hasn't happened since. This is just some BS that people are talking about because a lot of people don't like Kendrick. They're Drake fans, let's just be real. But my favorite part of this interview, she said it early, is that JayZ is mad because Kendrick killed him on Don't Kill My Vibe.
We already know you don't like for the way he embarrassed you on Don't Kill My Vibe, the remix.
Now that's just hilarious to me. She's the first person, forget Alex Jones. She's the first person that during a conspiracy theory, she gives like a song critique. I think that's fire. I'm gonna have to say, Kendrick might have edged Jay in the second verse. This is his song. He had two verses. JayZ had one.
No, I don't remember you. I don't intend to empty my memory bank. It's $1 million in it, baby. Hillary Swank. Sitting next to Hillary, smelling like that.
Told niggas when I was 16 that I had a 16 to put a nigga right on the big screen. In a petty wagon with 16. Should have been in the pen, but now my pen rang with morphine.
He might have edged him. He didn't kill JayZ. It was nothing, no big deal that where JayZ would have had to have been mad at something like that happened. It's just rap. But I think that's hilarious that she like, yo, Kendrick killed him or Don't Kill My Vibe, man.
For the way he embarrassed you on Don't Kill My Vibe, the remix.
Now, she brings up that JayZ did this. He orchestrated this battle.
But we also know
Up in the closet.
you got ties in TDE, Sean Carter, and you got a switch on top.
I'm just going to call BS on that, man. If you've been following this whole interaction between Drake and Kendrick, we all know that Drake orchestrated this battle by the way he was moving.
You know, like that verse was a moment to talk about. Are you listening to it now at this point in time? Okay. And then it was real cool for like, you know, a couple weeks. But like if I asked you, for example, like how does that verse start? No, do you remember? No, and like, now my
Drake orchestrated this battle. It did not need to be JayZ, but she does say that JayZ has ties to TDE. One thing about JayZ is I'll never doubt or question who he has ties to or where his money is tied in that. I wouldn't doubt that, but this is stuff that anybody that has any type of toe, pinky toe, finger or whatever in the industry will have an idea of. If you have any type of familiarity of the industry, this is stuff that you can figure out on your own. One thing she does, which I think at some point she's probably gonna go through a lot of legal issues because now she's tapping into people's family situations and mental health.
Just like why you keep having artists that want to jump off of high places. Shout out to Ab-Soul.
And yeah, I have a way that I talk about things behind closed doors, but I tend to not do that online, especially if it's somebody I'm not familiar with or somebody that I don't have actual beef with.
What was her name? Alori Joe?
Oh.
That woman threw herself from a control tower and impaled herself with spikes right before she was about to sign the TDE.
Just to put a spotlight on somebody and the death of a loved one, you know, I think that's horrible. Even if she does know something.
And her fiance, Ab-Soul threw himself off the freeway out of grief and survived.
I'm pretty sure Ab-Soul don't want people talking about this. She's very performative, and for me, that's why I question a lot of the things that she's saying, because she's just too performative.
Why are all of the artists at TDE so unhappy? You got some of the best artists in the West there. Why did Kendrick Lamar feel the need to leave and start his own? And why is he able to release more records now that he's not at TDE?
Now, out of all the people she could have went after, she then started going after 50 Cent.
I tell you one thing, Curtis Jackson, you are a setup king. And I promise you this, any little nigga that you're enlisting to go down to New Orleans and start trouble during the Super Bowl, that will stop. That will stop. I'm sick and tired of you. And the truth is, they only like you for your money.
I think 50, just like JayZ, I think 50 Cent is the right one. I think 50 Cent is the right one, because this is definitely something that could mess up business for him. She's trying to say he has a plot or plan to have something happen during the Super Bowl. Yo, I just hope that this girl is safe and know how to move, got protection and got friends and stuff like that, because the moves she's making, these aren't no playful move. I know the industry, I know these different type of personalities. I'm not gonna go ahead and drag the woman, because some of the stuff she says has truth to it, but I'm just gonna leave it at there's some money making involved with this. Definitely, for sure, in my opinion, there's some money making involved with this on her end. Anger and money making. She then moves on to start comparing the Kendrick and Drake situation to Biggie and Pop.
I tell you one thing, it's been almost 30 years since Biggie and Tupac were taken from us. That was social engineering at its finest. It got people in line, didn't it? Now you think about Drake right now, and you think about Kendrick Lamar. That's looking about the same as Biggie, Kendrick. Biggie, Kendrick, Tupac, Drake. Think about the comparisons.
I really disagree with this. There's one part of this that she might be on to something, but come on, man. Like Tupac, that was really over a gang beef. You know, he jumped somebody. Everybody from the LA area, they all know that story, that whole situation. I came to LA a few years after all that, like half decade after all of that stuff happened. So, it's just a known thing in LA how that stuff happened and who's behind it and for what reasons. And a lot of that stuff is connected to gangs.
Imagine
comparisons.
If the same fate that befell Biggie and Tupac happened to Drake and Kendrick.
Just
and
imagine.
And as messy as Drake is right now, I can almost bet that there's somebody that wants to turn his faucet off. Because if y'all think Diddy is a mess, Drake, he was being groomed to be next in line, see?
This Drake and Kendrick, at this point, is all hip hop. It's not connected to gangs. But there is one thing she said that, she might be on to something. And it's something, once again, that if you're familiar with the industry, you can figure this stuff out. This whole Kendrick and Drake thing, I compare it more to Nas, the battle aspect. But with Drake, he is, because of his deal, his 360 deal, he's in a similar situation as MJ and Tupac to a degree, even if he's not selling. All the stuff that's going on, the deal that he has, he may be worth more dead than alive. This is some stuff in the industry that, this is not nothing hard to figure out. A YouTuber can figure this out. I did a video on it where how Kendrick has put Drake's life in danger. Knowingly or maybe unknowingly, you should go check it out. Just like you should check out how Kendrick Lamar and Drake copied Nas and JayZ. That's another classic of mine. I don't care about putting no self-promo in there because that Kendrick, Drake, and JayZ and Nas video, that took me 3 weeks to make it. It's an hour and a half long, so y'all go ahead and enjoy that. But whatever the case may be, look, I don't wish harm on anybody. I'm gonna keep watching Jaguar Wright. I think she won't be doing a lot of these type interviews within the next 6 months. I think it's gonna probably come to a halt because JayZ is now starting to send cease and desist. And I'm pretty sure 50 Cent probably gonna do something like that too. Respectfully, you don't want a woman like this going around spewing your name, spewing dirt about your name and stuff like that all over the internet. There are some holes in a lot of things she said. Like, she talks about now how she has copy of Diddy's tapes. She never said that before Diddy got caught by the feds. She never brought these tapes. After he got caught by the feds, all of a sudden she got tapes. And if she got tapes, why are they not in the hands of the feds? So she leaves a lot of holes. You know, I wish her luck and I wish her safety too, because she's very performative and entertaining. And I'm going to keep watching, man. But this is just my opinion on it. You let me know how you feel about this. Look, we don't do no echo chambers over here. That's my opinion on it. So I want to hear yours next. And also do me a favor. Make sure you like and subscribe. Moxy out.